After seeing this, it's pretty clear I need a friend at the Pentagon.
Hello, it's Vegas Police, and it appears that a Polymarket account called MAGA My Man made $515,000 in a single day betting on last night's U.S. strike on Iran. This is from Mike Levin on X. The first trade was placed 71 minutes before news broke. When the person bought in, the contract was at 17% probability, and they turned $87,000 into $500,000 overnight. Mike Levin then reminds us that Donald Trump Jr. sits on Polymarket's advisory board, and his firm invested double-digit millions into the platform last year. I'm not doing any politics, I'm just giving you the facts. Mike Levin then adds that prediction markets cannot be a vehicle for profiting off of advanced knowledge of military actions, and he calls for transparency and oversight. Betting on war, something I bet you never thought you would see, but the gambling is off the charts in America right now. Vegas.
I don't know the guy. I don't know the Vegas Policy. Found the video online. It's crazy. Now, some of you watching won't know what Polymarket is, and I didn't know what it is until a few months back. But let me look at and read to you the official AI overview when I type it into Google. Polymarket is the world's largest decentralized prediction market, allowing users to trade shares using cryptocurrency on the outcome of real-world events such as politics, economics, sports, and pop culture. It operates on blah, blah, blah blockchain. Markets cover diverse subjects, including the 2024 U.S. election results, Federal Reserve policy, cryptocurrency prices, and geopolitical events. And if you think it's an isolated incident that someone knew some insider info, like military related, well, that's not the case, because there's some other info out there showing that this is nothing new.
John D. Rockefeller once famously told the world his investment strategy: buy when there's blood in the streets, even if that blood is your own. Meaning, the best investment opportunities present themselves when there is panic and fear and chaos and bloodshed. And one Polymarket user proved that to be true, making $400,000 overnight by betting on the president of Venezuela exiting the country. Now, this was a brand new Polymarket account. Never made any other markets, never held any other positions. All they did was place bets related to the United States going to war with Venezuela and the Venezuelan president being ousted. You can see all the profits earned, and here are all their positions. Maduro out by the end of 2026. U.S. invade Venezuela in 2026. Trump invokes war powers against Venezuela by January 31st. Some bets on January 2nd. Trump goes to war. Everything hits on January 3rd, and you make yourself $400K overnight. Now, this is not just a one-time thing that happened on Polymarket with the war in Venezuela. Joe Pompliano wrote in his Substack about how this kind of insider trading happens all the time. Go subscribe to Joe's Substack and his newsletter. He's got a lot of great information in there. But on his Substack, he wrote about a Google insider who once made $1.2 million in a day by hitting on 22 out of 23 bets that were all related to who would be the most searched person of the year. Obviously, someone working at Google has that information right in front of them and can play the market however they want. Now, another Polymarket user called him out for insider trading, and he just changed his name and kept it moving. Here's the CEO of Polymarket basically saying insider trading is pretty fucking cool.
Do you think we should allow insider trading in prediction markets? And I said, it's actually it's not as clear-cut question, right? Because if your goal is to actually, for the 99% of people trying to get signal about what's going to happen in the world, like is the Suez Canal going to be reopened or whatever, you actually want insider trading. You want, some admiral sitting on a ship in the Suez Canal who has really good information to be trading, so you get better, higher quality signal out of them, right? Now, if you want to preserve the integrity of those markets, maybe you don't want insider trading.
Now, listen.
To preserve the integrity of those markets, maybe you don't want insider trading. I hope my admiral isn't sitting on the Suez Canal, online. I hope he's paying attention to what's going on. But, I guess they could say I'm just mad because I don't know anything of great importance that I could wager on. I couldn't tell you what we're having for dinner tonight. I couldn't tell you what TV show I'm going to watch tonight. Well, Yeah, maybe Kill Tony. It's Monday, right? Do you watch Kill Tony? I love Kill Tony. But it's crazy that this is so widely talked about. Like, people just accept the fact that insider trading is going to be around, that it's important. The Polymarket CEO said himself that insider trading is a good thing. It gives more of a realistic snapshot. Really? I'd like to see the data on that. I think it gives the guy who knows the inside info the correct path to go win 400 or 500 grand. Let's go take a look at the actual tweet, because I want to break down Donald Trump Jr.'s involvement. So I guess Mike Levin was the person that made everyone aware of the most recent Polymarket win on a correctly picked geopolitical event. But his tweet on Saturday, this is it. This is where he goes in and breaks it down and shows all the buckets this person had to hit to win 515,000. And he curiously mentions in there that Donald Trump Jr. sits on Polymarket's advisory board, and his firm has invested double-digit millions into the platform last year. So what are you saying? So are you saying that Donald Jr. used inside info to basically wipe out a large portion of his investment into this company? I mean, I'm giving the CEO kudos, credit for bringing on someone who is the offspring and a text message away from the most important person on the planet, the person who a lot of these Polymarket bets or wagers activity could be based on. Heck yeah, that's smart business, right? Bring Donald Jr. on, and if there's something that's just absolutely crazy that's going to potentially crush the numbers, let's just have this guy help tell us what's really going on, so we can make bets, or we can hedge bets, or we can do whatever. Now, again, that's not me accusing anyone of anything, but he says himself insider info is going to help make Polymarket go round, but it won't preserve the integrity. So we'll see what's going on with these guys. But man, could you believe this? $515,000. Who do you think it is? There's no telling who it could be. But one thought did pop into my head, and I Googled the question: did Eric Trump join Donald Jr. in the investment into the Polymarket biz? And it says, based on reported information, Eric Trump did not join Donald Jr. Is that it? Is that a clue? I have a little brother, and I promise you, he would love to stick it to me. If I'm Eric Trump and my big brother cut me out on an investment, well, I'm going to call Dad. And I'm going to say, Dad, give me some info. And Dad may not even know what I'm using it for, but I'm going to pop. Now I've won 500 grand. And you show big brother who's boss. Is that what happened? Eric, I'd love to Zoom you in to talk about this. If you don't currently follow the Alexander Hour, do me a favor. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this whole process of how someone's winning with inside information. Well, unless they're clairvoyant or from the future, of course. But if you like this kind of content, follow the Alexander Hour. I'm pretty new to this whole game. I'm an old dude. I'm with the over 50 crowd. But if you follow me, it helps me out tremendously, and it motivates me to continue to do content like this that pops up. Anyway, it's only Monday. A lot of week left, so everyone have a good week. Thank you.